I weigh around 300 pounds and I have around 35% body fat. I'm trying to lose fat and maintain as much muscle as possible. I've downloaded the RP app and it's telling me I need to eat almost 85 grams of protein for each of my 3 meals a day. Is this safe and healthy? Can I do all this while mostly lifting weights, or do I need to do a bunch of cardio? What are some good forms of cardio that aren't running for someone built like me?
First off, 85 grams of protein per meal is a lot, but the only reason you're having to eat 85 grams of protein per meal is because you're trying to squeeze it into 3. There is a reason why 5 to 6 meals a day is so popular in bodybuilding and strength sports and stuff like that, is because at the end of the day, you're trying to hit a certain macro amount. You know what I mean? Either if that fats, protein, carbs, you're trying to hit a certain amount of each of those. And when you spread it out into 5 to 6 meals, you don't have to consume as much at once. So if you're trying to squeeze in, what is that? You're
talking like 255 grams of protein.
Right.
In 3 meals.
Yeah, that's why you have to eat 85 grams of protein. Now, is that ideal? No, because your body can only digest so much at once, especially when it comes to protein. So 85 grams, yeah, it's a little much, but it's not going to hurt you. If anything, it's just going to bypass through your body quicker, right? Do you agree?
I mean, if you're talking 85 grams a meal, roughly 4 ounces of meat, beef, it's going to give you about 25 grams of protein.
Yeah.
So you're eating 14 ounces of meat.
Yeah, think about eating a 14-ounce hamburger. That's a big hamburger.
3 times a day.
Right.
So that's hefty. That doesn't include your carbs or fats.
Right.
That's
you still
just
have
your
other
protein.
Right. So no, it's not ideal. But the reason you're having to do this is because you're trying to squeeze it into 3 meals per day. Now, there's a lot of ways around this. Like I just said, start eating 4 to 5 meals a day. That right there, instead of trying to do 250 grams of protein for 3 meals, now you're splitting it up into 4 or 5 meals.
You're gonna have 5 meals at, if you're gonna eat the same amount of protein, it's going to be about 50 grams per meal, which is about 8 ounces, and that's
ideal.
Pretty doable.
Yeah, that's definitely doable, and that's ideal. 6 to 8 ounces is usually what people eat per meal of protein when it comes to like beef and chicken and stuff like that. But when we say meals, it doesn't necessarily have to be beef and rice or chicken and sweet potatoes or anything like that. Like a meal could technically be a protein shake with a banana. That's considered a meal. 2 scoops of protein, that's 50 grams right there. Eat a banana, you got about 30 grams of carbs or something like
roughly,
that.
Yeah.
So, but that right there, it's easy to get down.
Oh.
And because you just tackled 50 grams there, you don't have to, your other meals will be around the same. Like if you're eating 4 to 5 meals per day, it's usually about 50 grams of protein, depending on how much you weigh. And kind of to go in reverse, the rule of thumb is 1 pound of protein per meal if you're lifting weights. You have people that argue sometimes you need more than that, sometimes you need less than that. But for 20 to 30 years now, the rule of thumb has been 1 gram of protein per body weight, right?
Per pound, yeah.
Per pound of body weight. So really, RP's taking it light on you. If you're only having to get in 250 grams and you weigh 300 pounds, most people would have you eating more. Like most diet coaches are going to be like, most nutritional coaches are going to be like, you need 1 pound per protein. That's just the rule of thumb. That's what most people start with. So most people would have you eating 300 pounds or 300 grams of protein.
That's
a lot. That's a lot. So 250,
that's a lot.
250 sounds great.
250 still, it's a lot of food.
It's a lot of food, but this person weighs 300 pounds as well.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So no, it's not 250 grams of protein for 300 pounds of body weight is not that big of a deal. It's not at all. Now, this is miserable for you because you're trying to squeeze it into 3 meals. So think about splitting it up, like we said with a protein shake or something like that. You could also do a shake in the morning. Same thing. 2 scoops of protein, 50 grams right there.
From eating a lot of food, I'm just going to assume that if you're eating 85 grams of protein a meal, you probably feel like shit.
Oh, yeah. You feel lethargic as hell.
You probably
because you also have carbs and
awful.
that or whatever. I wonder if they're doing fat or if they're doing like more carb heavy or fat heavy, because it's usually one or the other. Now, if they're doing RP, it's probably carb heavy because that's how RP loves that.
Yeah. Shout out to the RP app. If you downloaded the app, I'm probably going to assume that you've listened to some of our podcasts before because Andy has harped on that.
It's the best app available, man. It is a nutrition coach in your pocket Renaissance Periodization are the experts when it comes to nutrition in the fitness industry. They have been for 10 to 15 years now, and they're just continuing to knock them out of the park. Almost every professional athlete uses RP. Even just your normal day-to-day person uses RP, because now you can download an app for $12 a month that tells you exactly how much you need to eat, and you will see progress with it. So yeah, good for you for actually listening and downloading the RP app. There's nothing wrong with it.
So safe and healthy? Yeah. But you could probably, break it down a little better.
Yeah.
Besides just cramming all this food in 3 meals a day. Safe and healthy, absolutely.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Try to split that up. You're gonna enjoy that a lot more. I can almost guarantee that.
So I can't, along with not being able to read, I also can't do math. So let's say, you can do math better than me, hopefully. So if this dude's trying to get 250 grams of protein, how does he need to split that up?
I mean, I would go 50 grams, 5 meals. Like, I mean, that's going to be the easiest for you.
That would equal out to about 250.
Yeah, that's
right.
I mean, that's going to be, you're looking at probably 8 ounces of meat.
And that's the standard for most people. That's about what I take in. That's probably about what you take in as well.
Yeah.
That's most people. Yeah. That's definitely doable. 8-ounce chicken breast? Yeah, easy. No problems there. Same with ground beef. Also, find foods that your body responds well to. Fish. Fish is one of the easiest digesting proteins available.
8 ounces of fish, that goes down
real quick.
Probably faster than ground beef or chicken.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee that.
I agree.
Like, you can just eat that, no problem.
And make sure you're eating foods that you enjoy. That's what it boils down to. Now, when I say that, that does not mean that you can go to McDonald's and start pounding Big Macs because you think that they're good. And Andy from the Norse Mentality said, eat what you enjoy. What I mean is, if you prefer beef over chicken, eat some lean beef, 95.5, something like that, 90% protein, 10% fat, whatever. Or if you just really like chicken, I don't eat chicken breasts. I don't mess with them because I think it's gross and it's dry, and I would rather just eat chicken thighs, but I love chicken thighs, so I eat those. You know what I mean? Like you can find foods that you enjoy. That way you're actually eating these meals and you're going to stick with it. Because if you're eating a bunch of shit that you don't like, you're not going to stick with it very long.
You're going to hate it.
You have to be a
fast.
very disciplined person to eat the old school bodybuilding diet of just chicken and brown rice every meal of the day. I can't do it. I won't do it.
Throw that shit at the wall, man.
Yeah, you just throw it straight at the wall. Get the hell out of here. I want nothing to do with this.
So safe and healthy, yeah.
Yeah, it's safe and healthy. You just need to find a more realistic way of doing this. That's what it boils down to. You need to be realistic about this. And I think Cody's 100% right. It's five meals per day. Now, if you're working out, you need to be drinking a protein shake as soon as you get done, or during as well. So if you're following RP, they recommend that you do an intra shake, which is drinking about 25 grams of protein during your workout. And the reason for that is because you're breaking down that muscle, right? Well, muscle repairs with aminos and protein and stuff like that. So while you're breaking that muscle down, you're consuming protein, and it's going to help build that muscle back up. It's also going to help with endurance and everything else. And that's the same reason that they recommend using dextrose and like fast absorbing carbs during your intra workout. So that right there, if you're drinking an intra-workout shake with a scoop of protein, that's 25 grams. Then after you get done, you pound another protein shake of 25 grams of protein or 50 or whatever you want to do. That's almost 100 grams of protein right there. That means the rest of your meals are not going to have to be that much.
Yeah, if you're going to do that and have a protein shake during your workout, please just mix it with water. I can attest to that. Like, I promise you don't want milk on your stomach. Milk was a bad choice.
Oh, you're talking about milk in the middle of the workout?
Like a protein shake, a lot of people mix it with milk.
Oh, I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
No, that's a bad idea. That is a bad idea.
Pre-workout, milk and heat.
Oh, no.
It's just not a combination you want to have in your life.
So that's what I would recommend. Throw in a scoop of protein, just protein, not milk, into the middle of your workout. Sip on that during your workout. Maybe throw some dextrose or something in there. Maybe sip on a Gatorade. Something like that, something with fast absorbing carbs. It's just going to work in your favor. Axe Sledge also has a really great intra carb workout. What's it called? Shit. I don't remember. I've been using it actually though. For the first time, I'm actually taking like an intra workout thing. Do you remember what it's called?
It's not farm fed. That's their protein. Their
Demo Day.
Yeah, their
Demo Day. Yeah, so if you want like a really good intra workout carb, Demo Day from Axe Sledge it's amazing. Seth Feroz actually designed it to simulate insulin from like his bodybuilding days.
He's done a great job. With
Yeah, and that's the thing is there's a lot of different, I think there's 3 different forms of carbohydrates that are delivered in different ways that you drink it during your workout, and it's helping. So yeah, Action Sledge has a really great intra-carb workout called Demo Day. Also, you can mix that with a scoop of protein, sip on that during your workout. Then afterwards, take another scoop of protein. You know what I mean? Like, there you go. There's 50 grams right there.
Part of this question, I'm trying to lose fat and maintain as much muscle as possible. I'm going to hit you with some real shit.
Get them.
If you're walking around at 300 pounds, I promise you your body does probably not want to be there. So you're carrying extra weight. Your body's compensating by building muscle to make that load easier. So you probably have more muscle than you think you have. You just can't see it yet. So I wouldn't harp on that. Of course that's the goal. I would work on getting the weight off first and then kind of see how you look at that point.
Well, also here's the thing too. People are so worried about, especially men, women not as much, but men are so worried to diet because they think that they're going to lose all their muscle. Muscle memory is a very real thing. You can look it up. I'm not bullshitting you right now. Muscle memory is real. What you have right now, you can gain back very quickly when you start reversing things like by eating in a calorie surplus after you drop the amount of fat that you want. You will regain a lot of that muscle back. Now, losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time, we've talked about this on previous episodes. I've talked about it with you. Jacob has talked about it in full detail as well. It's almost impossible, guys. You have to pick and choose your poison. Do I want to cut some fat and not gain muscle, or do I want to gain some fat while also gaining muscle? You kind of have to pick and choose which one's more important to you. If you weigh 300 pounds, it sounds like you need to focus on losing some fat.
Get the fat off.
Yeah, don't worry about your ego here. You're not going to lose that muscle. Whatever muscle you have right now, you might feel more flat, of course, because you're taking in less carbs and stuff like that. Your water retention is going to be down. But whenever you start focusing on getting juicy again, it's going to come back. You don't have to worry about that. Get that out of your head. Make sure you have one goal, which is to lose the weight. Focus on losing the weight. Now, how I would recommend doing that, he doesn't want to run. He says that right here.
I get that.
And most people can agree with you on that. Running is miserable for most people. So what I would recommend doing, you hit the weights 4 to 5 times a week. Make sure it's 45 minutes to 60 minutes. High intensity though. Don't be taking 3 to 5 minutes checking your phone in between sets. Set a timer in between sets for like 45 to 60 seconds. That way your heart rate stays elevated. That's when you burn fat. When you can get it to 70 to 80% of your max heart rate, for me, it's about, when I get up to about 130 to 140, that's when I'm in fat burning mode. So you want to keep that muscle, or you want to keep that heart rate elevated during your entire workout. When you take long breaks, it goes back down, and then you have to work to do that. The goal here is to get that heart rate going in the workout and keep it there during the entire duration of that. Now, when you're not lifting weights 4 to 5 times a week, go on walks. Now, if you really want to take it to the next level, try to get in 10,000 steps a day. Your phone probably has a step tracker on it. Just check it every day. You're not walking as much as you think you are. No one does. Getting in 10,000 steps usually takes a lot of effort. When you really make that your goal, I'm going to walk 10,000 steps a day, you catch yourself walking a lot more than you ever would before.
Oh, absolutely. I understand the concern. You weigh in 300 pounds and not want to go for a run. I completely understand that because it's going to make your joints feel like absolute
your knees
shit.
Feel like they're going to blow out.
Your hips, your knees, your back. It's all going to feel bad once you start really impacting on that ground surface.
So don't run.
Yeah, don't run.
Don't worry about running. Just move. Find things that you enjoy to move. Don't just focus on weight training though, because we don't burn as many calories as we think we do, even during a high intensity workout where you're taking 45 seconds in between, you're doing 8 to 12 reps per set. You're not burning as many calories as you think you are. I burn more calories on my 15-minute walk in the morning than I do during a 30-minute workout of lifting weights. And I have the Whoop band.
That's wild.
It's true though, man. I
believe you.
I hit up Cornelius about it too, and Cornelius said that it's something to do with the human body, especially if you're of like a Northern European descent. whenever you're walking, especially outside in the South and stuff like that, you start sweating. Your heart rate, once again, your heart rate elevates. Man, a 10-minute walk around my neighborhood during summer, my heart rate is like 170.
Good God.
And I hit up Cornelius about it. I'm like, dude, is this normal? He said, man, it scared the shit out of me as well. But what that is when your heart rate elevates, it's because it's trying to cool your body down.
Oh, yeah.
But, so once again, that goes back to burning fat. Get that heart rate up. That's when you burn fat. So, and I've done it. Like, I'll be in the middle of a workout. I'm like, I am killing it. I'm getting after it. And then look, I'm like, I've only burned like 200 calories. What the hell? But then I go on a 20-minute walk and I burn 300 to 400, you know? And now it depends on the individual. But if this person weighs 300 pounds, walking for 20 minutes is probably going to it's going to be very beneficial.
Extremely.
You know? So let's go back to the daily steps. 10,000 might be an overkill. I'm trying to make more of a habit of like putting myself in other people's shoes. Set a goal for 5,000 steps a day and then work your way up from there. 5,000 steps should be obtainable for you, I think. You know, what do you think? Is that good for most people?
I think that's doable.
Okay. So 5,000 steps, that's your goal. Once you're able to do that for a week, hit it up to 6,000 steps, 7,000, 8,000 with an end goal of 10,000 plus steps a day. Try to do that every day, not just on your off days when you're not hitting the gym. Try to do that every single day. Either that's got to be a 20-minute walk in the morning, a 20-minute walk in the afternoon, and a 20-minute walk at night. However you need to do it depending on your job and all this other shit. But try to hit those steps. Anyone that I know that's getting ready for a bodybuilding competition and stuff like that, that's usually what they always end up doing. They're hitting those extra steps every day because you're moving. It's effortless. You're just walking. But it makes such an impact, especially when it comes to burning fat.
With my cardio, I try to do more functional things.
Like high intensity interval training?
That, one of my favorite things to do, or has become one of my favorite things to do, is I have an assault bike, a wind bike.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I use for my cardio. I don't run on a treadmill. I don't get on an elliptical. It hurts my joints, man.
Yeah.
It really does. So I found something that works for me, and it doesn't kill me like other things would. I get on there for 15 minutes and I go balls to the wall for 15 minutes.
Yeah. 15 minutes on a bike is gnarly.
Working a punching bag. That counts as long as you're getting after it,
Once again, find something that you enjoy doing.
Step-ups. Walking body weight lunges. I mean,
something that I've done in the past that worked really well was the good old put the treadmill on an incline of like 12 on a speed of 3. And do that. Once again, you're getting that heart rate up, but that's considered resistance training.
I do like that, yeah.
Yeah, and that's been shown to burn calories for up to 6 to 8 hours after you get done with it. So say if you hit that treadmill on an incline of 12, speed of 3, 2.5, whatever you feel comfortable doing, you do that for 20 to 30 minutes. When you get off that, 4 hours later, you're still burning calories from that resistance training for 20 to 30 minutes.
If you do that, do not
drink milk.
Listen to my voice. Do not hang on to the top of the treadmill.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm glad you brought that up because that is something that you see a lot of people doing in the gym. Yeah. Put your hands on your damn side like you usually would when you walk. Get you a little power walk thing going if you want, arms swinging, whatever you got to do. But do not put your arms on the little rest things up there. Even on the heart rate thing, get your damn hands off of it. Don't worry about what your heart rate is unless you have a Whoop band or something like that. But yes, I'm very glad that you brought that up because that's where people mess up.
Sure. The whole time, get your hands off of it.
Yeah. It makes it a lot harder, but that's what you want here. You want to add resistance to it because that's going to burn more fat over time.
I do like the Stairmaster too.
Stairmaster is good if you can find a good one.
Yeah.
A lot of them suck though, and they just, they'll
kill your
enjoyable.
hips if they're not good.
So, I mean, for this person, you just need to move more, man. Like keep weight training, make sure that you keep your rest time down, but make sure that you're moving. That's the important thing here. And just like the diet, we talked about making sure that you enjoy it. Make sure that you enjoy the cardio that you're doing because cardio is miserable. There's nothing fun about it. You feel like your lungs are going to explode, all this other shit. I like that you brought up the bag. I love doing rounds on the bag. Set a timer for 3-minute rounds and just give it hell. Take a minute off, another 3 rounds on the bag. You do that for 10 minutes and you are wrecked. But once again, it's going to be the same as being on the Airdyne or something like that. Like it's high intensity interval training. And that has been proven to burn fat more effective than anything else. And the reason for that, I think, is because of evolution. We are not designed as a species to run long distance. We're designed to hide in the damn bushes, and we see a damn antelope go by, and we run after that son of a bitch and throw a spear at it or jump on it and slit its throat or bite its damn ear off or whatever you want to do. I'm getting riled up right now. I'm putting myself in the caveman, dude. Oh, yeah. But either way, these short sprints, that is much more effective. And that's why high-intensity interval training has been shown to be far more superior when it comes to burning fat than running for an hour straight. It's because we're not supposed to do that as a species. We're supposed to chill and then sprint. Kill whatever we need to kill, and that's it. Then eat the damn thing.
I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we've answered this question, but I do want to kind of back up and say, whoever you are, good for you. You've noticed that you want to lose weight. You've set a goal. You've downloaded this RP app. You have your diet, I wouldn't say nailed down, but you know what macros you need to hit. So congratulations.
Yeah. You're taking all the right steps in the right direction. The main thing here, man, is to just stick with it. I didn't even see this 35% body fat. Let's set a goal to get that down to a certain one.
I don't like going off that just because, the only real body fat test that's super accurate
It's DEXA.
is DEXA or the float tank, like a water dispersion tank. Other than that, it's not going to be an accurate.
But what I meant by body fat percentage, I meant more of just like a goal weight.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like he didn't say anything about that on here, so I just want to make sure he has one. Make sure you have a goal in mind. Make sure it's obtainable. Don't go overboard on this. Like, I want to get down to 150 pounds. If you weigh 300 pounds right now, your goal is 250. Once you get down to 250, 225. Once you get down to 225, get below 200. It's steps, but make sure that you have a goal that you're working towards and you're able to see the results of it. When you get on the scale and you weigh 295, cool, that's a victory. Keep the damn foot to the floor. You know what I mean? Keep going. Get down to 250. Once you get down to 250, set a new goal. But don't go overboard on this with like a 150 of body weight. Like set something obtainable, conquer that goal, and then move forward to the next one. But he didn't say anything about a goal here. He's probably got one, but I just wanted to clarify that real quick. Without a goal, you're going to fail. You have to have something obtainable. Oh, I'm just going to work out and lose weight. That doesn't fucking work. 24 minutes. 24 minutes without dropping the F-bomb.
That's pretty good, man.
I start talking about goals, man. I get riled up.
Proud of you.
But surprised I didn't talk about with the whole caveman thing. I almost did. I caught myself. When you start getting me talking about goals, I'm going to be dropping F-bombs. But anyways, man, let's wrap this up. Make sure you have a goal in mind. Let's try to spread this protein out a little bit. Make it into 4 to 5 meals instead of 3 meals. That's going to be a lot easier for you. And yeah, it might be a little bit healthier, but don't get caught up on this. Is it safe and healthy? 85 grams of protein is fine. Whatever your body doesn't use, it's just going to shit out. Yeah. That's how this used.
You're going to get rid of it.
Yeah, however your body doesn't consume, the protein that your body doesn't consume, your body will get rid of it. So don't worry about that, man. But yeah, definitely split it up into 4 to 5. Once again, a protein shake and a banana is considered a meal in my book. Cardio, make sure that you're doing something that you enjoy, preferably something that's high intensity interval training style. Sprints, rounds on the bag, treadmill for 20 minutes. That's not technically high intensity interval training, but it is very effective because it's considered a resistance training. Or if you just wanted to do make sure that you're hitting your steps every day. Make sure that you're hitting 5,000 steps, work your way up to 6,000. Once again, you're hitting goals. Once you hit that goal, you're conquering another one. Did we miss anything here? Are we good?
Keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward. And the main thing here, just keep moving. Keep moving. That's how you're going to hit these weight loss goals, is to move.
If you submitted this question and you want to reach out, like once you hit a certain goal, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, especially with progress photos.
Absolutely.
Nothing gets me more riled up than seeing people with weight loss goals. Seeing someone go from 300 pounds to 250, that gets me stoked. So anyway, feel free to reach out to me and Cody. You can find me on Instagram at Andrew Cliff Lewis. Cody, how can they hit you with their weight loss goals?
You can find me on Instagram at Cody_Whitley.
And the Norse Mentality is a product of Norse Fitness. You can find us online at norsefitness.co. And thank you for listening, guys. We'll talk to you soon.